Welcome everyone to the Q&A video. So I'm glad you're here. There are several questions that I got from Instagram. Thank you guys very much for submitting your questions. That's very, very cool. Yeah, this one was sort of interesting. I posted on Instagram the other day that a guy that follows my YouTube channel, him and his wife were in town. I think his wife had a conference in Laguna and they made a trip over to Temecula, where I'm at, to do wine country for a couple days. And I randomly ran into this guy. It was weird to think about 3 different times over 3 different days, consecutive. It was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I was out at a restaurant with some friends on Wednesday night, and he was there. He didn't say hi to me then. He wasn't quite sure that it was me. He was pretty sure, but didn't want to interrupt, what I was doing with my friends. But then on Thursday afternoon, I ran into him at one of the wineries here in Temecula, and said hi, met his wife, and took some pictures and chatted for a little while, and that was really fun and cool. Great people. And then Friday, I was out at another venue, and it was salsa night. So there was a lot of people. I'm with a group, and we were leaving. My group was leaving that venue, going over to have drinks at another spot, and we were walking out, and I ran into them again. Anyway, long story short, I invited them to come with us, like, come hang out. We're going over here. Just follow us. So we get there and we've got this big table. The place was really crowded. We put some tables together and he sat with us and it was just a really fun night. And he mentioned the fact that it's interesting to see me on YouTube, but then hang out with me like in real life, and what a difference that was, right? I think, and I mentioned that it's, there's YouTube John, and then there's private life John, and they're different versions of the same person, right? But there's some things that I really don't get into and don't talk about and don't show on the YouTube channel. That's a big part of my social life. A lot of you guys know I've mentioned this before in some other videos that I'm super social. I'm rambling right now, but I've got a pretty big social circle out here. And I've met a lot of really cool people, and it's fun to, go hang out with a lot of folks. It's just a really good time, and I do that quite a bit. And he got to see some of that, so that was really cool for him, and it just brought up this idea that, there's a lot that you don't know about me. If you followed my channel for many years, you've probably seen some progression. I get personal on some videos, not all, but some videos I get personal. So you've seen some changes and some things that have gone on in my life over the last, what's it been? 8-9 years I've been doing this on YouTube. It started out as just a hobby, but now it's just a full-time thing. I think it's been full-time for about the last 6 or 7 years. But anyway, I've got some questions. I put a thing on my Instagram story to leave me a question. Ask me anything, and we'll see how deep we can go. And there's some deep questions. So let's get into the first one. All right, first question. Now this one is a little bit deeper. There are some other ones that are kind of surface level. I'll get into those as well. But the first question, are you happy with what you have? Do you have enough? Yeah, I am happy with what I have. And yes, I have plenty. I have enough. Do I want more? 100%. Yeah, I'm not done over here. Things have changed a little bit. I'm getting used to having less, so to speak, right? So what I mean by that is the whole YouTube space is interesting. Views are down across the board in the men's lifestyle space. Revenue's down a little bit for me, so I'm not to the point that I'm worried about it or anything yet, but I'm kind of thinking about maybe a shift. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I am happy with what I have. I have a good life. I have a very fun. My life doesn't suck. Let's just put it that way. What's the one item that you feel is the best to spend more on over other pieces? Shoes, without question. Shoes. You're on your feet all the time, right? So your feet need to be comfortable. Good quality, comfortable shoes. Yeah, without a question. Shoes over everything else. You wear the same pair of shoes more than you wear the same shirt or the same pair of pants, right? So, yeah, shoes. How is living with the current car? Yeah, I'm cool with it. I do enjoy. I'm leasing a BMW 430i, and it's fine. It's not what I'm used to over the last couple of years. I've had some pretty cool cars, but I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. It's great. What's your favorite dish to make when you cook dinner for your guests? I'm probably best at cooking cast iron steak. Love me a good New York steak cooked on the cast iron. I'm pretty good at it, but lately things have been pretty simple. I'm just doing a lot of like frozen chicken, noodles, vegetables, kind of one pan operation type stuff, rice, chicken and rice, veggies. I have that kind of a lot. I'm kind of boring. I have the same stuff over and over. Really good question, but I'm not exactly sure how to interpret this. Let me read it to you. What is your opinion on energy and how it affects your life and relationships with your family and in general? I think is what got cut off there. Energy as in energy, like I got energy to do stuff, or energy as in energy transfer type aura type stuff? I'm not exactly sure there. Let me come at it from this angle. I have a lot of energy for a guy my age. I'm 56. Compare me to the average 56-year-old, I'm always on the go. I'm always doing something. There's always something to do. There's work mode, John, and then there's I need to get out of my house and go do shit, John. And I've got plenty of energy to go do stuff. I've got plenty of energy. My girlfriend is a lot younger than me. I've got plenty of energy to keep up with her. I feel that energy that way is absolutely critical. Use it or lose it, I think, is a pretty good motto. And so with that said, how different is John from YouTube than John in real life? And what exactly are the differences? I have been told on a few different occasions, and I've come on and talked about this in some videos, not too recently, but recently enough, that I'm too posh. I'm too fancy. For example, and this has happened a couple different times with a couple different women. Meet someone, go out a couple times, they see my YouTube channel. They really don't know me yet, but they see the stuff that I make on YouTube. And a lot of people can form an opinion about me based on what type of content I make and how I present myself in videos. And I get it. I totally get it, because I watch my own videos. I see what they see. But then it's like, well, I'm too casual, or I'm like, you're just too fancy for me. Okay, cool. Like, that's fine. I don't care about that. That's fine. But that's just a weird thing to say to someone. Anyway, that's happened a few different times, and I've got that from people before, that I come off as a little bit posh in my videos, and I'm not. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, sure, that's part of me, and I do pay attention to how I present myself when I do go out. It's not like I'm a different dude in person than I am on here. I'm the same guy, but just a lot more goofy and energetic when I'm not on camera. I feel like there's something that needs to be protected when I come on here. I've got to be neutral. I've got to be specific, and I don't want to make half of the people pissed off and half of the people not pissed off, and I just sort of try to float right down the middle. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does prevent me from planting my flag in the ground and saying, this is what I believe in, or this is what I'm about, or it's okay to go do that, and it's okay to date whatever, a bunch of women. Yeah, there's a lot of different things about me that just don't, and I don't know, I'm rambling. I know I'm rambling. If you're still here, thank you. Yeah, there's just a specific differences is what you asked. I'm on YouTube right now, so it's hard to open myself up and let myself just say stuff that I want to say. Let me say this. I said it a minute ago. My life doesn't suck. I have a full life. And I have a lot of people in my life. And that's really, really cool. It's just really, really cool. A lot of motivational people. There's people that I get motivation from. And, I want to hustle and do better. And I've got other friends that are like, hey, let's go out and party, friends. It's well-rounded. I don't know what I'm trying to say, other than my social life is extremely active. And let me add to that, I don't have a problem talking to people, right? And a lot of single John, I'm with somebody now and it's been several months and I'm super, super happy. Prior to that, there's been a lot of dating and I've made a lot of dating videos and things like that. I think that's important to talk about those things because look, let's face it, I am my own demographic. If I'm going through something in my life, chances are a lot of other guys are going through the same exact thing. So why not, if I'm really good at something and I can talk about and give tips and suggestions on how you can be better at that same thing that I'm really good at, why would I not do that? That's all part of growth. And sure, this is primarily a fashion channel, but it's lifestyle and fashion for men over 40. So, and I think it helps to be open to people. I love people. People are amazing. I really get a lot from interacting and meeting and talking to new people. Like I said, I've got no problem. I don't have a problem talking to people. And, women, let's just talk about that for a second. I don't have a problem approaching women. And when I was single, dating, there was a lot of women in and out of my life this year. And a bit to some extent last year. Not that that's a flex. The flex is actually to not have that. The flex is to have someone that you found, that's you're building a life with that person. That's the flex. So I guess that's part of the outside of YouTube, John, or was. Yeah, with someone now, and it's been incredible. So yeah, that was a big ramble. I'm sorry. So let's move on from that. How tall are you? I'm 5'9". Okay, next question. Do you have kids? Do they influence your style decisions or do you influence theirs? I don't have kids. I just made a video a few weeks ago, so you don't watch my videos. We just learned that about you. I made a video just a few weeks ago talking about the reasons why I don't have kids and my whole thought pattern around children and why it didn't happen for me and all of that. Go find that video. Actually, let me link to it down below. Really great question here. You receive several items as part of your promotional opportunities. What are the top 1 or 2 items? Everything is super cool. I'm so grateful for everything that comes my way because of what I get to do here. So, for example, if I'm making a video about reading glasses, right? So what company X sends me reading glasses. First, we set up the brand deal through my agency, and then they have to send me the thing to show in the video, so they'll send this to me for free. And I love that. Who wouldn't love that? That's insane. So everything, it's mostly been clothing items, because that's my main focus here on this channel. Probably one of the biggest things was recently, a few months ago, I got a Cow King mattress from Helix. Oh my God. That's awesome. What else? I've got some watches. I got a smartwatch once. A lot of clothing, shoes, boots, jackets. Yeah, probably the bed, the mattress is the biggest kind of thing. But everything is amazing. Face cream you use. I'm disappointed. Tish Hanley. I promote Tish Hanley on a lot of my videos. I spend my own money every single month on their face skincare products. So I'm a huge fan. I believe in their stuff. I use their stuff. I promote their stuff. So watch more of my videos. You'll probably see a promo. Will you be doing a fall outfit viewer submission video? I have an idea or two. Yes, absolutely. I don't know when. Probably pretty darn soon. So stay tuned. All right, I love this. If I ever make it to the Temecula area, can we do a meetup? Absolutely. So I know you fly. I know you're a pilot. French Valley Airport. I don't know if you're flying yourself or if you're going to go commercial. Yeah, San Diego is a close airport. Ontario is another sort of close airport. I'm sort of in the middle of both of those. San Diego's got more flights, but Ontario is easier to get in and out of. But if you are flying yourself, French Valley Airport in Winchester, Murrieta is right up the street. So that's like all the rock stars who are coming to town to do concerts fly into French Valley Airport. So yeah, that's super convenient if you want to do that. But absolutely, just let me know. I think I might just end it right here. There was a couple of more questions, and I apologize for not getting to you. This video has just been, it's probably going to be long. I don't know where we're at this point, but I feel like I rambled enough. But stay tuned to the Instagram. I love doing these Q&A videos, and if you're wondering where these questions come from, they come from Instagram. So follow me over there. Watch my stories. I'm always putting some kind of story up. And thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I don't know how off track this video got, but I don't even know there was really any type of direction other than answering some of your questions and trying to expand a little bit more on the differences in what you see here and what you would see if you met me out somewhere locally. Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. But thanks again, guys. Live well.